And then Nate, I see or Razik, I see your roll for the perception there. In the tower. So as you kind of are looking through the wall there, you just kind of see a wall directly in front of you. Do you want to go behind the doors to see if there's a small passageway there?
Yeah, I go through and then peek
Yeah.
in the direction of the wall. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Just a second.
All right, so as you guys see Razik kind of disappear behind the wall and he kind of goes back behind the doors, all the pillars in the room collapse. And as that occurs, you guys have to try to dodge out of the way to miss these large boulders and pillars that are kind of falling all around you. And of course, Razik is in the wall, so he won't be targeted. So 1 second.
As I dodge mine, can I like tip it in his direction?
into Tanner's direction? Sure.
No.
Oh, into Razik? Yeah, you can try to push it. You can try to push it that way if you want to. Let's see what happens here. So you guys all succeed. Obviously, it won't apply to. But succeed only does half damage, so you are battered by these large marble pillars that are falling. Wow, look at those rolls on that die. Nice. So you guys only take 9 damage.
86. That could have 66 times 8. That could have been 48.
Yeah, it could have been big damage. So now these pillars are kind of strewn all across the room, and then you guys still don't see Razik sticking. He's still on the other side.
I don't understand why these pillars didn't fall in a lawful way.
Since they're supposed to detect chaotic, yeah. Stacked up on each other. Funny. And then Razik...
by the way, I dodged this way.
Good call. Good call. And then Razik, you see that it's a stone wall behind the doors, so it's a kind of a false door that was there.
Hey, there's Razik.
There he is.
We were over here. We were getting stoned while you were hanging out in there.
What happened? Yeah, Razik, you walk in, there's rocks everywhere. There's stones, pillars laying all over the place.
Well, I'll be eating a ration.
We believe that Tanner's been fibbing about being neutral.
Right. His actions has changed his alignment. Alrighty. What else would you guys like to explore while you're up here?
So there was nothing past that door, Razik?
Nope, still not.
So this whole thing was another frickin' waste of time. This whole frickin' level's like
Trap Heaven?
frickin' time.
Trap Haven? Yep, exactly. So, you open up those double doors and or look at those double doors and open them, I assume. And there's a stone wall behind that one as well.
We're getting stonewalled. Oh my god. Alright.
That's back to the portal.
So we looked at all the symbols we could find. Oh, I'm sorry, what? About
Correct.
A portal? What? Do what about a portal?
You're talking about leaving, Tanner?
Yeah, back out the portal, and I don't know of any other doors that we can go through down here.
Just the 2 big doors that you guys weren't able to open, or you could go farther down the river. I think that's pretty much all that's left.
Did we go down there?
Let me see. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm sorry. Yep, there's 2 double doors down there as well. Actually, you did. They're false doors. You did look at those, I remember. Yep, they were fake. Yep, they were fake doors. And there were fake doors in the fire room, too.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I got way ahead of.
Yeah, I think I think the only 2 doors you guys hadn't checked were the ones that you guys just looked at. I think that was it.
Survey says.
Go down the river while we got walk or airwalk.
Oh, go back down to and see if what we gained is gonna light up the last this stuff.
I think we can go further down the river.
Oh, down below the stairs.
Yeah, there's the river does continue down past the stairs.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty.
Well, you want to try the great icicle thing first?
You may have to type it, Nate. It was hard to hear you. I don't know if anybody else could hear him.
It was an icicle thing. Something about
Oh, yeah. So on the second floor, there was that room that was the whole floor was ice, and there was a hole in the floor, and you guys saw the river that was below it. But that was a just a small room that connected to the river itself, where you could have came up through that icicle room. So yeah. And then there was the slurry thing that you guys didn't get in that was kind of spinning around. It looked like a slushy machine in the big room.
No, I meant there was writing about something about a great icicle.
Oh, that's the god's name, Icicle. Remember the text that I typed in?
Oh, so it's referring to somebody else.
Yes, it's referring.
Not the Duke.
It is referring to the Duke. That's his name.
referred to in store.
That's his name on the door. Yeah. When you guys said that word, that's what highlighted.
The Duke Isosceles.
Yeah. So in the ruins that you guys saw, it said the isosceles or icicle, however you say it, Lord of Aqua, and then it said the Tethymir Battle of the Tethymir Fields, I think is what it was. And I'm slaughtering all those names, of course.
Oh, it was the same guy. But is that Battle of the Fields? That's new information, right?
That
That's
is
not in the door.
correct. That is new information.
Yeah. So where are we going by?
Yeah,
You want to check it out before we descend?
Yeah, you wanna try that?
Try some combinations. Because it illuminated the first, the second, not the third, in like a series.
Correct. As
So,
you were
like, we had the parts right, just not the content.
correct. When you said the two words that you had said, which was the Lord's name, which was Isosceles or however Icosol, and as well as
Isosceles.
yeah, Isosceles. I like that better. And then Aqua, that also lit up, but you guys couldn't find all the other words you tried would not light up the remaining third of the door.
Yeah, let's swing by there before we descend farther down.
Okay. I reopened up the map again, and I'll put your tokens on there since you're going to be trying to say the words.
In the name of Aqua and Isosceles and their glorious battle on the fields of Bay or whatever the hell it was called.
Teschel Fields.
That's the one.
Yeah. So,
Teschel Fields.
as you say the.
I ask you, please, for God's sakes, open up.
So as you say, the Aqua and Icicle, obviously the two areas that open, and as you say the Teschel Fields, the remaining of the ruins all light up, so the entire door is lit, and you feel the ground sort of rumble as those two large doors start to swing towards you guys and open. So obviously, you guys are going to all move back, I assume, right?
Well, yeah, unless we have to dodge.
Nope, you don't have to dodge. They move very slowly. And as those doors continue to open and you look into the new room, you see that this room has
You see a stone wall.
so wall. That would have been awesome. Oh, I wish I would have thought of that.
The dust
That-
keeps rolling out of there.
That upsets me. I didn't think of it. Dang. So you see that this chamber contains 7 stone columns. Each is slightly taller than the next, rising from the entrance from a small platform to the far end of the room, which has a second set of enormous doors that are there. There is no floor that's visible. In this place, in its place is a pit filled at the depth of 80 feet with a glowing blue fog. There's swirling patterns of wind and lightning dancing and a howl across the walls and the ceiling of the chamber, filling the room in a tumultuous roar.
Good thing we got airwalk.
Yeah.
Can we detect magic?
Sure. Yeah, you want to do detect magic?
Is there like, there's like a path or something?
Sure, absolutely. So, whoever's going to detect the magic, I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, I don't have that up on mine for Orson.
Okay. Alrighty, Bose does. So, Bose, as you kind of detect the magic, the doors themselves glow, and you see this side of the doors. They're actually stone. So it must have been metal on the outside and then stone on the inside. So as you cast this across the room here, from where you're at, let me just see if there's any magic. You see that the third pillar, so 1, 2, 3 going up above you, actually shows that part of the pillar actually highlights, so it actually appears the pillar that appears to be just a foot higher than the second pillar, but the pillar kind of a foot above it kind of glows all the way up to the top of that pillar. And then let's see, is there any other magic that you see here that you're able to detect? Nope, that's the only thing that shows as detect magic.
Alright, any ideas? Who wants to go first?
So obviously this appears to be some sort of a challenge, so I'll lock the token so that way we can see where you guys are at and what's going on.
We got airwalk on, but I don't know if we can guarantee that'll work.
Right.
What was the thing about the third pillar again?
So the third pillar, as you look at it, each pillar appears to have kind of a different elevation. So the first pillar is only about 5 feet, and it's pretty much level with the floor. The next one appears to be slightly higher. They're almost like a jumping stepping stone type of game. But the third pillar, when you look at it, it looks like it's about. Let me see. It appears to be. About 10 feet higher than the column B. However, about 9 feet of the uppermost part of it appears to be kind of shimmers. So it sort of has kind of a shimmering to it when you did the detect magic.
I got a -4 acrobatics, so I'm probably out of the running on pillar hopping.
Concentrate a bit more on it. Is it like an illusion thing?
Yes, it appears to be an illusion. And then the more that you guys watch, so the fourth pillar, as you kind of watch it, you see that the column actually rotates. So it's actually spinning. It's very slow, but it's spinning.
There's actually a floor, right?
No, the floor
There's no
is
floor?
not that you can see. So there's it appears to be. Let me see.
It's like clouds and stuff.
Yeah, like blue glowing clouds, and there's a swirling pattern of wind and lightning
Oh,
that kind of dance.
you you meant the floor level, but there's no actual floor.
Correct. Yep.
Is that what you meant? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. At least you can't see a floor.
So.
No, we can see if airwalk works.
I'm thinking I can try to go through.
So you're gonna try to airwalk across or go through the? I guess I don't understand. Gonna jump across the
No,
things.
I was asking them if they mind me trying to go through.
If you're gonna try and make it through the room, go for it, man. Oh, sorry, I had my mic away from my head. If you're gonna try and go through the room, go for it. Are you gonna hop or try and airwalk?
It's gonna wild shape. Okay. Alrighty.
I don't have an avatar yet, but I turn into an
That's
air
okay.
elemental.
Air elemental is what you turn into.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I move on top of the pillars
Yeah.
one at a time,
Okay. Sounds good.
and I land on them.
Alrighty.
Yes, okay, might as well. I have to.
Yep. So you kind of go over and land on this column and kind of get a good setting on it, and everything seems okay. Yep. You kind of go on to the next one, which is about 7 feet higher, or 2 feet higher than this one, about 7 feet away, and you land on it without any difficulties at all.
Well, I'm expecting the next one to be like the correct
The correct height.
height.
Yeah. So you kind of land on top of where you think it would be, and then you sort of slide right down inside the pillar itself and land at the area just about a foot off the ground, which appears to be an illusion. All right. So this is the one that's kind of rotating slightly. So as you land on top of it, it is rotating. However, I assume you would use your fly to keep you up if that was the case.
Well, does the rotation try to
It would try to throw you off.
throw me off? I thought you said it was like
It
slowly rotating.
it is slowly rotating, but it would you would definitely have to try to keep your footing. So once you get on it, you see that it's rotating a lot faster than probably what you would expect.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, I move to the next.
Alrighty. Which one would be the next one for you?
The next higher one.
That would be, they're kind of both at the same height. So there's a large circular one to the left, and then there's a smaller one that appears to continue kind of along the path if you were jumping from one to one to one.
Flickering map. The one on the right is a smaller one, right?
Correct. Alrighty. So as you land on that one, you notice that there's kind of like what appears to be a sticky substance that's sort of smeared across the top. But otherwise, the column is there. So this column is a larger column of the other columns, and you feel that there's a shallow, almost a small circular indentation in the center. It's about maybe 6 inches in diameter, almost as if something would sit inside of this this little indentation. Otherwise, this pillar appears to be just like any other pillar that you're seeing.
Is that another pillar, or is that?
That is a pillar. Yep.
That is the big one now. Okay.
Nope, that's another pillar. So as you go onto that pillar, this one, let's see, immediately crumbles into dust, and all the pillar sort of disappears into the blue fog that's below you. So you're now just sort of floating above the pillar itself, where it would have been. Yep, and then you kind of come up on this one, and this one sort of kind of is right against these two large doors that are here to the north. Let me see what we got here. And the doors appear to be very similar to the other doors. However, these do not have any runes that are across it.
Okay, fly back.
Alrighty.
Well, it seems it was just a challenge for non-flying things.
Okay. Yeah, I guess fly across and see if we can open this door.
Okay. Gotcha. So you kind of fly over to the area, or airwalk, I guess.
Yeah, airwalk, sir.
Yep, no problem. Alrighty. Got it. Yep. I assume you're going to have everybody over there with the doors.
I think so. Hey, Bose, you want to be at the doors?
I was thinking have somebody
Sorry, the
try
mic
to
was off.
open it first.
And then I interrupted you. Sorry again. See what you're saying?
I think he said he was going to have somebody open the door first before everybody was there, or he was going to open. I'm not sure who, but
How?
Yeah, I think Tanner was asking if we should all be there.
How many
First,
can
and then
go
I was
across
saying-
at one time? Or we all have the airwalk ability?
yeah, you guys still all have it.
Passed that on us in the beginning. I think it's like, I forget how many hours.
Oh, okay.
It's a long time, I think.
Well, it looks like that ledge only holds about 2 people, right? Are you with squeezing or something?
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably only holds 2 people. Yep. If you were to stand on it, if you were airwalking over, it wouldn't. You all would be fine. But yeah, it would only hold 2. The doors go completely across the entire room, though.
Well, so we gotta be out of the way out of them anyway.
So I kind of missed on what did you take on a wild shape that allowed you to jump or something? Did you
He did.
modify your thing?
He did an air elemental.
Well, we all have yeah.
Yeah, he did. But
Just as insurance.
yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and do the same. I'm gonna try and do my jumps
Okay.
over there.
You do have airwalk though, so you could or you could airwalk across if you wanted. I think everybody has airwalk on, I believe.
Well, okay, so Tanner, that's how Tanner got there. He just
Right. He just airwalked.
floated
Yep.
right across?
Just floated right across.
All right, then I will try the same.
Alrighty.
Yes, I'll just try and follow it. Do my best to make it look like I'm
Gotcha.
doing each obstacle there.
Alrighty.
Searching along the way.
Oh, they're gone there, by the way.
I want to search each of these pillars as I go by them.
Okay.
If I can find anything unique about them,
Yeah, sounds good.
and then I go to there.
So the large pillar that you were on, you did see kind of the same thing that Razik had seen. There's a small indentation in the center of the column, and it appears to be. You can tell a little bit better that it appears to maybe be a trigger or a magical trigger, some sort. It's definitely out of place, maybe to either trigger a trap or to open a door or to do something.
All right, but I can't discern what it is. Just that it's some sort of trigger.
It's a trigger of some sort. Yep.
Well, I got airwalk. All right, I'll try it out.
All right.
Back to the.
Alrighty.
And I'll. Are you safely away there, Razik? Or you're kind of floating? You wanna? Want to? I'm just gonna let them know I'm gonna try and do this, and I'll be ready to bail if it goes.
All right. Sounds good.
Or float or whatever. All right, so I press it, or
Try to interact with it.
interact with it. Yeah. And none of these other pillars had it, just this big one.
Just the big one. Yep.
Imagine it's to open the doors, because you wouldn't be able to open the doors right next to him. It'd knock you off or whatever. Maybe you're wrong, though.
I'm kind of hoping it has something to do.
So, can you give me a disabled device or something? Do you mind? Thank you. So, as you're kind of sort of messing around with it and whatnot and trying to kind of figure it out, the pillar itself sort of jolts and slowly starts to ascend up to the ceiling, going probably, a foot every 30 seconds or so, and just kind of continues to rise and rise and rise, and you're about
What do I do?
15 feet from the ceiling, and then next thing you know, you're about 10 feet from the ceiling, and just below you, just before you reach the top of the ceiling, it stops about 10 feet, and the ceiling sort of kind of wavers a little bit, and you can see there's actually an opening that kind of opens up into a passageway that goes up.
Is there a way to ascend it? Like rope climbing might work? Or
Yeah.
does it actually let me walk right off this pillar?
So it won't let you walk off the pillar. You probably could lift yourself up, or you could use your airwalk and kind of levitate up into it, I believe.
All right, I'll try and
Yeah.
levitate myself up there, pull whatever airwalk myself.
Sounds good. So as you kind of go up there, you see that it enters into a large chamber that appears to have a very high ceiling, nearly 60 feet in height. It's lit by metal lanterns that glow colors of the rainbow, and there's a white marble sarcophagus that floats on the air at the far end of the room. I can give you more description once.
You guys, I think this is the way. That's probably another one of them freaking boom doors, and all the pillars fall out, and you're stuck on that end, and then everything starts rushing and blowing you all the hell and be gone.
So I'll open up the map so you can see what it looks like.
So Where is it that we would? Oh, right there.
Yep, right there.
All right. All right. All right. I'm letting them know that I found a room up here with a floating.
Yeah, so it's a white marble sarcophagus that floats on the air. So you can see it in the square, kind of in the middle of the room there, and it's floating on almost a pillow of air. There's a lot of other description too. Do you want the time to kind of look around before you tell them? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you see that the walls are kind of carved to depict a sort of a funeral procession that kind of winds up in a spiral, showing the wind dukes and genies and air elementals and other elementals, servants of law and mourning as they attend to the body of a fallen general. The first spiral, the upper section show the general's ascension to the primal vortex of wind and thunder, and then you see many-eyed abominations and frog-like humanoids and demons are kind of trampled beneath his feet as he rises up into the golden doorway at the end of the fresco. And then there's some carvings all along the bottom of the sarcophagus, but you're not able to see it from here.
I don't like that abomination thing. I'm like, supposed to be his enemies, let his enemies remain fallen. Everything suggests that this is the air dude, though. All right, I'm gonna try and stealth my way in and scanning as I go.
Okay.
I think I rolled, didn't I? Yeah, I rolled a perception stealth to be able to.
You did, yep.
My way in.
So go ahead and kind of show me kind of where you're going to be heading and what you're going to be doing there. All right. So as you get
15, so I was gonna go there.
Yeah, no problem. That's fine. So as you get a little bit closer, you see that this the sarcophagus is floating about 10 feet off of the floor. Sorry, I think I said it was close to the floor, but it's actually 10 feet up. And you see that along the edges it's carved with images of a sleeping duke, two swords resting on his chest, and a winged helmet at his feet. You do see that there is a area here on the floor that also has, it's very conspicuous, a circle that appears to be the same circle that you had on the pillar. However, this has some arcanic ruins that are kind of written around inside the circle itself, almost as if you could take an object and place it inside that circle. And it's kind of carved into the floor there.
Does it look like that rod thing that was mentioned before?
No, it doesn't. The rod thing appears to, kind of would be more of a cylinder. This is more maybe the size of, maybe 8 inches in diameter, circle inset into the ground with these runes that are kind of written around the edges. And then could I have
kind of like that freaking thing out of that one Raiders of the Lost Ark type thing?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. And then, can I have a wisdom check for you? Just a straight wisdom check.
Always beating up on my low skill.
I know. It's all about your memories. Yeah, so you're able to remember that you had seen another room in the tomb that was had this sort of same circular shape, and that was a room where the ghost, the wraith, had come out of. Do you remember there was some armor laying on the ground, and it looked like an object had been stolen? That circle matches the exact same circle that you see here on the ground.